This week I'm giving you 15 useful websites for Mauritius coming up. When I moved here 4 years ago, it took me quite some time to actually figure out which were the cool places to go shopping, where I could find certain things, and I would have loved to have known back then some top websites. And of course, over the 4 years that I have lived here, I've subsequently found some pretty cool sites. So I want to share those with you today. So let's begin with the top 15 useful sites right here in Mauritius. And the first site I want to talk about, which is probably one of the most important sites, is the EDB Mauritius site, because on this website you've got all of the details pertaining to visas. So that's going to be edbmauritius.org. The next really interesting site is going to be L'Express, and this is where you can find all the latest information, whether it be news or property. Very cool. There's an English site and also French. But this is really important if you want to check out buying property or renting property, because they have a really good comprehensive website. So the news version is l'express.mu and the property version is l'expressproperty.com. Next on my list is priceguru.mu, and this has got all sorts of things. It's kind of like the Amazon of Mauritius. It's got electronics as well as appliances, health and beauty, home and garden, office, baby and kids, and mobile. And also delivery is really good these days. It can take up to 1 or 2 days for you to get your stuff from the time that you check out on your computer or on your mobile. So it's a very, very good service. I highly recommend it. And they've actually got quite a lot on offer on this site too. My next site is mcb.mu, and that's Mauritius Commercial Bank. It's Mauritius's #1 bank on the island, and they have a really good website and a really good online banking portal too. So that website is www.mcb.mu. If you're looking for another news site that gives you up-to-the-date relevant info and news on the island, then check out defimedia.info. This is in French, but you can translate it to English if you like, and it gives you all the latest news and developments happening right here on the island. The next site is a home site, and that's called espacemaison.mu. We also like to call it Espace La Case, bit of Creole for you there. This is an online home stall, so you can get all sorts of things here for your swimming pool, your garden, tiling, lighting. Espace Maison are the main agents of Weber on the island, and they also supply Royal Canine. So if you have cats or dogs, this is a great place to order your food online. Another great online shopping site, especially for office furniture and appliances, is jcalachand.com. This is really cool. It's got all sorts of things related to home and garden, furniture, appliances, electronics, leisure, health and styling, fitness, music and mechanical. I like this site too because you can buy guitars online as well as home cinema surround systems, so that's pretty cool. And also if you're looking for office chairs and things like that, then J. Calachand is a great option as well. For supermarket shopping in Mauritius, the #1 supermarket is Winners, and they have a site called winners.mu, and here you can check out all the prices of local groceries. So do check out that site. That's winners.mu. It'll give you a really good idea of the cost of groceries here. This seems to be one of the cheapest supermarkets on the island. And then if you're looking for jobs in Mauritius, then I highly recommend jobsquare.mu. So this site is available in both French and English and is fairly easy to use. Just put in your job search in the keyword. So that'll give you an example of what sort of jobs are available here and also what sort of salary you can ask for. Another site is careerhub.mu, also very useful if you're looking for a job here. And just like the other one, that'll give you a very good indication of jobs available on the island and what sort of salary you can command. The next site I can highly recommend is expats.com, because this will give you a real idea of island life here. All the articles are written by expats, and there's a whole plethora of information there, whether you want to know about healthcare, schools, insurance, crime, food, all sorts of stuff. You can write a post in there and people are really quick at responding. So that's a very good one to check out. I looked at that extensively before I moved to the island to give me a real indication of what life is like here. You can ask all sorts of questions. So that website is expat.com. Next on my list is marideal.mu, and this will be cool now that the island is opening up again, because here you can get all sorts of deals related to weekend getaways or bookings of hotels for a couple of weeks, whatever it is that floats your boat. There's some really good deals on here, as well as catamaran trips, zip lining, mountaineering, quad biking, all sorts of stuff you'll find here on marideal.mu. And it's really good if you're living on this island and you want to get a bit of a discount. So if you're like me and you're into photography, camera gear, PlayStation, all that kind of stuff, then the next site is a really good one to check out. That's 101-multimedia.com, and that sells all sorts of professional camera equipment, lighting, sound gear, DJ stuff. You name it, you'll find it here. Generally, you can get anything related to professional camera gear right on this site. Also Apple Watches and mobile phones and PlayStation games. So this is a really good site. That's 101-multimedia.com. One of the best known sports stores here on the island is All Sport, and they also have an online store, and this is really useful. This helped me out a lot when we were in lockdown and my kids needed shoes. We could get them on this site. So if you want to buy a pair of Adidas or Nike shoes, you can check them out there. They also have gym equipment, tennis rackets, protein shakes, all sorts of things. So that's allsport.mu, and their delivery is also really good. They usually deliver within 24 hours. If you're looking to buy either a brand new or a second-hand car, do check out access.mu. They've got a really large selection of cars on offer, and this will give you a great idea of exactly what you're in for in terms of the cost of motor vehicles here in Mauritius. There's another site that I'm going to add in as a bonus because I can't really leave it out because it was a real lifesaver for me during confinement, and that's theshop.mu. All sorts of stuff available here, from food right the way through to stationery, and their service is absolutely fantastic. I know I said that I was only going to talk about 15 websites, but I feel like there's another one that I have to add in, and that's Teak World. Because Mauritius is such a high humidity country, a lot of the furniture here is made out of teak because this really handles the climate extremely well. You'll notice that the prices are quite high, but with this kind of furniture, you're really getting good quality products. So that's teakworld.mu. They also sell the Kuka couches, which are really popular here on the island. They can be made out of fabric or also out of leather too. So those were my 15 useful websites for you, plus a couple of extra bonus ones that I threw in there too. These are all websites that I really think could be of great help to anyone either living here or wanting to live here, who wants to know a little bit more about general products available on the island or expat life. So if you found this useful, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and of course drop me a comment. Let me know if there are other useful websites that you know about on the island, and I will check you on the next one. See ya.